Case briefs and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In a case revolving around shareholders' rights and bankruptcy proceedings, Marvel's Bondholders Committee and LaSalle National Bank won their appeal against a court order that had restricted them. A 1997 trial held by the United States District Court for the District of Delaware ruled that the bondholders and LaSalle were not required to obtain court permission before voting on board changes. This verdict sheds new light on the interpretation of bankruptcy law, lending weight to shareholders' rights to influence corporate governance during restructuring. The roots of the legal conflict can be traced back to 1993 and 1994, when various Marvel-affiliated entities, all under the ownership of Ronald O. Perlman, raised a substantial $894 million in bonds. The stake in these bonds equaled around 80% of Marvel's stock, representing significant control over the company's governance. However, when these entities, alongside Marvel and its subsidiaries, sought bankruptcy protection in 1996, the right of bondholders to vote on board member replacements was disputed. At first, the Bondholders Committee and LaSalle National Bank's attempts to exercise their corporate governance rights were thwarted. A court order, based on its interpretation of bankruptcy law, mandated that the bondholders first obtain court relief before they could vote to restructure Marvel's board. Nevertheless, this lower court decision underwent scrutiny over whether bankruptcy law indeed applied in this circumstance. Upon appeal, the court concluded the initial ruling was a misinterpretation of the relevant bankruptcy code. It highlighted that the bondholders were creditors of Marvel holding companies and not Marvel itself. Therefore, the bankruptcy code that seemed to hold their corporate governance rights in check was deemed inapplicable. As such, the bondholders and the indenture trustee are not required to first obtain court relief to vote for board changes. This verdict effectively overturns the original bankruptcy court's order. However, in a bid for fairness, the court delayed the decision's enforcement by 10 days, offering the appellees a window to apply for necessary relief. The decision reaffirms the primacy of shareholder rights to elect a new board of directors during reorganization proceedings, even in the face of bankruptcy.
Case briefs and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.